The Newsroom.
Good evening and welcome. You're still watching The Newsroom here on Urban Television, and this is TNR Extra. I am your host, Brenda Kembabazi. Now, with the great number of unemployment levels here in Uganda worldwide, trust me, all that the youth would want to hear is hope for jobs after they finish the university. And now a Chinese company, Sinotruk International, recently partnered with the Ugandan company Paroma Enterprises in an agreement that will create over 1,000 jobs for the youth in Uganda in the assembling and manufacturing sector. And luckily today we are joined by Tumsime Anita, the General Manager of Paroma Enterprises. Good evening, Anita.
Good evening to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having time to be here on Urban Television.
I'm very glad.
Okay, so all we're talking about here is unemployment. All the youth out there, whatever they say, 1, 2, 3 words is we have no jobs, we have no jobs. And what we've had is Paroma and a Chinese company are working to deal with this. How have you done that?
Paroma Enterprises started way back in 2012, and last year, 2015, we've been working in South Sudan as far as China's Sinotruk and Images Construction is concerned in the sales of the different spare parts and the heavy-duty trucks we're talking about. China's Sinotruk is an international company that has done this since 1954. It has been dealing in the manufacturing of these heavy-duty trucks, and these heavy-duty trucks have been supplied in the different parts of the world, including Europe, America, and Africa, and very many parts of the world. So now we have an opportunity that Paroma Enterprises has joined with China's Sinotruk International to do business. And what is the business in this case? We are basically looking at starting up a spare parts factory, an assembling center here in Uganda. We are looking at Uganda being the center, the distribution ground, the center of the business as far as China's Sinotruk is concerned. So it's going to be done here in Uganda, and it's going to spread to the whole of East Africa, including countries like Rwanda, Burundi, Chad, South Sudan, TZ, all the countries that surround us. So we are looking at what Uganda is going to benefit. You talked in line of unemployment. If you're looking at a factory in our country, that is obvious. We are looking at having our people being employed in this particular factory. Even when we export these people, the Chinese technology to our nation, we expect our engineers, especially the university engineering students, they're going to have this chance to have this advanced technology. We're going to have an assembling center in Uganda. So we're looking at the Ugandans being able to be exposed to this advanced technology. And on that, we are looking at solving the problem of unemployment in one or another. Then at the same time, improving the exports of the country. That means we are improving on the economy of the country. I think we've heard of the Commonwealth groups or sustainable development programs that have come up that the government has tried to work on. But in this case, if we've had such an opportunity, we are ready to share it, and it's all going to happen in Uganda.
Okay. So currently, as we speak, we don't have any assembling plants in the whole of Uganda. What makes you think it's going to come and it will actually work?
That is a very wonderful question. We don't have any assembling plants, but this is going to be the very first. We are looking at having an assembling center that is going to be on, I think the least amount of land that is going to be used is going to be around 50 acres. That is where we're going to have the spare parts factory and also an assembling plant. That is the plan. We expect Uganda to be the center of all this.
Okay. Government's role in all of this, because I imagine, yes, you have an idea, you have partnered with a team that are expatriates and good at this. So how is the government going to come in to make sure that this comes into play?
What I appreciate about the government is that the government is very willing to encourage investment, develop the economy of the people. And the most wonderful thing is that even when we are still in negotiations with the government, on the different issues, to see what they can offer, because what is on ground is very much appreciated. But no matter what, investment is ready, the plan is ready, everything is set.
Okay. So my question would be, Why now? Why not 5 years ago? Why not 10 years from now? Why did you choose to start a partnership at this time?
There's always a plan. When you start a year, or you can have like 5 years to come, we plan to do this. 6 years to come, we plan to do this. But as far as China Sinotruk International is concerned, I'm privileged to say that this is our year. And since we have been working out something with Southern Sudan, and in one or another we got problems as far as the political instability, like you all know. So it's our chance.
Okay.
To work it out in Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of system are you going to use in recruiting these workers? Because many a time such companies need people who are experienced, yet you claim you're trying to take away the unemployment level in Uganda. So how are you going to do it?
We are looking at major things. And what are these particular major things? We have this training center that is going to be at the assembling station. We are going to train all engineers. So we're giving a chance to all the people as far as the engineering section is concerned. So let them take on the trainings. Whoever goes through the training will be automatically recruited. That is one opportunity. Then the other opportunity, the factory is not about basically just engineers. You might need the human resource manager. You might need the people to do a little, maybe something like project planning. So you'll need the project planning managers. You'll need different sections to take place. So that is how we can solve unemployment, by bringing in these people. We are looking at creating jobs of around 1,000 direct jobs, at least for the first year of operation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1,000 sounds so big, but my question is, when do you plan to roll this all out? Are you going to start inviting applications? Should fresh graduates start, or what kind of procedure are you going to use?
All this is going to be advertised in the newspapers when we start off the recruitment. So right now we're not doing any recruitment as I talk, but kick-starting October, 1st October, work is going to be on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking of training people to be able to understand assembling and manufacturing.
Yeah.
Are you going to have to bring in foreign expatriates from China, or are they Ugandans themselves that are going to train fellow Ugandans? Aren't you promoting more of the foreign expatriates as compared to the locals here in Uganda?
To be very clear on that, Uganda has not been so much, our Ugandan students have not been so much exposed to that technology. That extra, yes, I understand there's technology, because we've heard of some of our students have managed to come up with cars. I think that is a very good initiative. But you're looking at what is it in actual sense? What exactly happens? So we are looking at bringing over 50 engineer experts, 10 of them particularly for training, then the other 40 for the actual work. So we are looking at people that are going to train them practically. They see something happen there and then, which is a little different as far as Uganda is concerned. So most cases here, there's so much of the theory and all that, but here we're looking at something more practical than what has happened before.
Okay. With all that you're saying, this sounds like Vision 2040, 2050. When do you plan to put all of this into real life? Okay.
It's not a vision like you're saying. We are basically going to make sure that like I said, everything is step by step, okay? According to the plan, we are looking at starting of 1st October, okay? That is when we are going to start our operations. Then when we start off our operations, then we look at, we already have the plan. Then we start off the construction of the factory itself, including the training center. So 2017, we are looking at least being able to do some the construction being done, and when the construction is done, then the actual work is going to start mid-2017. Everything is ready. All that matters is the kickstart off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of land are you envisaging to use for this industrial park? Do you have a particular place in mind, or you want the government to roll it out for you, be it in Mbara, be it in Kabale, you go?
I think that is a little private.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for now, all you want is the government to give you a go. Will be good to
all
do.
we're waiting for is just to go ahead and looking at the negotiations we're looking at, as in what can the government offer, what do we have, then we see what to do. But all we're waiting for is a kickstart off.
Okay. So what does all of this mean to the industrialization sector here in Uganda?
We're looking at building Ugandans technology that is not just to our level, but to an international level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how different are these car spare parts going to be from the ones we find in the different spare parts shops here in Kampala that are imported from abroad?
They are all imported because we don't make any for ourselves.
Yes,
they're all
surely.
imported, yes. But basically, our brand is Sinotruk International. Most of the people that take on our products always have a problem of spare parts. You have to go back to China and import. Now, if you have a chance of having the factory in Uganda, this is our chance. The money that you'd spend getting the spare parts from China, you'd spend less when it comes to buying them from your own country.
Okay.
And increasing the exports for all the surrounding African countries. If they come to our place, then we are increasing the income of the nation.
Okay. So which kind of spare parts are you going to be dealing in? Are they for these ordinary saloon cars? Are they heavy trucks? Are they tractors? What kind of spare parts do you plan to be dealing in?
Our China Sinotruk basically deals in heavy-duty trucks. We are looking at water sprinklers, the ones for carrying like soil when you're doing road construction, the people for procurement, logistics, transport, such heavy-duty cars, trailers. So these are the spare parts you're looking at. You're not looking at saloon cars.
Okay.
Yeah, strictly, we are not.
Okay.
Maybe if there is need with time, but for now, it's strictly for the heavy-duty trucks.
Okay. So one word for the youth out there who have just finished the university and are like, wait, I just heard there are going to be job vacancies soon. What word do you have to tell them? I
will have to say that Sinotruk International is very glad and would want to share with you the knowledge, this technology. We want to have you on our team. So feel free to bring in your CVs when we get to roll off.
Okay.
Come 1st October. So feel free. This is all going to be in the papers. It will be spread everywhere, so we'll be glad to share with you.
Okay. So for now, if someone wants to have more information on the partnership and how it's going to run, how do they get to you? Maybe a website or probably an email?
Which partnership in particular?
This one, the one with the Chinese company, with Paroma, for you guys to roll out a manufacturing for spare parts. Where should someone get more information in case they need to?
We have a website. We have a website that is www.sinotrukinternational.com.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of TNR Extra tonight.
We'll be very happy to receive you at our offices.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for the invite too. Well, that makes it for tonight's TNR Extra. For the youth out there that have been complaining, we have no jobs. Getting jobs in the field is hard without experience. Here is a chance for you. You just need to train with them, and before you know it, you will be employed by a company that manufactures car spare parts. I've been your host, Brenda Kimbabazi. The newsroom now comes to an end. Have yourselves a good night.